Hey, I've been working on the low rune requirements team for Dragons B12. I came up with several different teams depending on what runes you have and what monsters you have. So this is by far the most potato rune team that I could find that actually still works. The turn order is Shaina goes first. If she doesn't use her skill 2, it doesn't matter, but if she does, then Julie will clear, and then Dalsim goes twice, and lastly Liam. It works something like this. Now, of course, for this team you will need the Liam. I have also a version that doesn't use Liam, but I'll get to that in a second. Because there is such a variety of teams that you can make for this dungeon, I decided that I would gradually scale it up with the rune quality and the speed that you're gonna get from the team. It goes like this if everything goes perfectly, and some things if it doesn't go perfectly. I'll show you right here. So if Shaina doesn't do skill 2, you still clear like this. This is just perfect AI, and this doesn't go wrong ever. This clears. This is just more of the same. The only thing that could happen here is if Shaina misses defense break on one of those crystals, then Liam will take a turn. It's not that big of a deal, because even if he doesn't have the skill 3 for the last boss, he will usually just live long enough to use it eventually. And here it's just more of the same. Dalsim goes twice. Here, this is not perfect AI state for Liam, but even if he goes for skill 1, doesn't really matter. You still live through this. And usually by this point you are actually, or you should be at perfect AI range. And here just Liam kills it. This team runs around 32 seconds average and fails about 2% of the runs, so it's 98-ish% safe. Let's check out the runes. This is the lowest I could get without it starting to fail. So the first is the Shaina. She needs to be at least plus whatever this is. She needs to be at least this fast, plus 120. These runes, as you can see, she just needs 100 crit rate, 40 accuracy. So I have 18 here, 31 here, gets me to 49. And she gets plus 25 from this. So just her accuracy and whatever you get from artifacts should get you to 40. That way you have the best chance of defense breaking. You can go a lot lower on the attack. As you can see, I went with HP, with crit rate and speed. Each individual rune is pretty good, but yeah, this HP like doesn't do anything here. This doesn't do anything except for the speed. Like, yeah, this is buildable. Then the Julie, these stats, she doesn't need the HP. She needs to have 86 speed. If you go lower, the Dalsim second turn will come after Liam, so he will have lower chance of actually killing the boss, and it will fail a lot. So you need 86 speed on your Julie. She needs 100 crit rate. These stats, you can go a lot lower on her, and ideally you would have triple fight on her, but yeah, I didn't have another crit rate rune, so I just put blade on her. Then the Dalsim needs to be at least 62 speed, like so. I'm gonna share this in the video description. You just click the link and it will give you this exact thing. As you can see, he doesn't have the 2-piece set. He has HP on slot 2. These stats should be achievable for most people. He doesn't need to have this much HP. And some more accuracy would be nice, but hey, we can't have everything, right? Then Konamiya just needs to be there, on it ideally on triple fight with 63 speed, and that's exactly what she has. You don't need any other stats, just 63 speed and you're good. And then Liam needs to be at least 169 combat speed, just slower than the Konamiya. That's for the mid-boss, because the side crystals on mid-boss have 169 combat speed. For this team you will need 2 decently good sets. One is for Dalsim, one is for Liam. You can build him Rage, you can build him Triple Blade, whatever you feel like, whatever gives you the most stats. I wouldn't go lower than this on either the Liam or the Dalsim. If you go lower, there are more instances where Liam uses skill 3 and doesn't kill the boss if you have lower runes on him. As I said, there are several levels to this team when it comes to rune quality. I will go over those, but first let's say that you don't have Liam. You can still run a pretty safe and fast team, but you will need a better set on your Dalsim or Kyle, and you will not be able to use Shaina, and you don't have a Liam. So what do you use? You use Loren, and you use Theon, the light Garuda. I'm not sure if he's free to play, but yeah. Yeah, I had to up the runes a bit on the Dalsim, and as you can see, we're getting pretty close to actually good rune territory. So, and we needed that because it just didn't work. And here, if Dalsim decides to not use skill 2s often enough, it will not work. Yeah, but this works. And this is 33 seconds. If you run it with Kyle, it will be like 38. Okay, so let's go over the speed tuning. Your Loren, she needs to be plus 121 speed. If she's slower, bad things happen. As you can see, the boss will take a turn before Dalsim takes a turn, and everything just messes up. And on the mid-boss, this is the turn order you want. If Dalsim is slower, he will get cut in by one of the crystals. And if Konamiya is slower, she will also get cut. So these are the minimum speeds that you need. You can go higher, but not lower. And this team works something like this. So I did some proper testing of this team. It seems to run. It runs like this. So mostly just 33 seconds flat. But as you can see, you're at the mercy of Loren actually landing her defense breaks, which is about 90%, which is pretty bad compared to, for example, Shaina, who has 97 and something. If you want to run this team, I would recommend putting the Loren on Violent, because 92 versus 90 might not seem like a big difference, but oftentimes it will actually be the difference between the 30 runs going through and not going through. You can also put some accuracy to your Dalsim. Now that will make him more difficult to rune, but I think him saving the runs is more valuable than having faster average times. So as you can see, it failed twice as it is. The next level for this team would be to make your Julie strong enough so that she kills the crystals. You will probably need to put her on like Rage or Fatal. She doesn't need a lot of damage, but she does need some damage. And you need to make sure that she still has 86 speed. It's something like this. These are already pretty good runes. As you can see, they are mostly maxed hero except for this one, and some are legend. But this is a lot of defense. This is perfect. This can be grinded. Yeah, and this should one-shot the side crystals. So it one-shots the side crystals, and that will just make the run faster because Dalsim doesn't have to kill them in half of the runs. Then the next level is actually that you swap the turn order of the Julie and Shaina, and you go for perfect AI on the Shaina, and you kill the crystals every single time quickly. For that I will have to go with some of my best runes. So this is the level right above that. It's where Julie, as you can see, really good set, very fast. You need still 121 speed. Then Shaina needs to be able to one-shot the waves, and then the 3 units go as previously. Now, one thing that this team has going for it is that you can replace the Konamiya with Wind Nezuko, and she's better here because her skill 3 will give you attack power buff for 2 turns instead of 1, so it buffs both of the second attacks of the Dalsim. And this team will run like this. So Julie one-shots, then Shaina kills. Then the mid-boss is just the same as previously, except here you get the Nezuko. This is just more of the same. And here he gets 2 turn buff. And this is usually just perfect AI range for the Liam. Now, as you can see, the boss is already pretty low on HP after the Dalsim hits. So there is actually a level above this that doesn't use Liam. And for that you will also need to bump up the damage on Dalsim. And that's to use Luna instead of Liam. With this team you can actually do some shenanigans with attack bars because of the Luna and whatnot. So you can run the Julie on 1 tick slower. I'm gonna I'm gonna rerune this a bit so that it actually runs. Now here the turn order is a bit funky, but Julie goes first, then Shaina, she kills the waves, then Dalsim, then Luna moves, and she will increase her attack bar by 100%. So when Nezuko moves, she will always target the ally with the lowest attack bar, which will be Dalsim, because Luna increased her attack bar. And so on the mid boss you don't have to waste the time of the Nezuko animation, and you can just switch these two as you want. Oh, I'm missing a fight set. Cool. And here, as you can see, we're already deep in the very hard to run territory. And so it will run like this, with all the bells and whistles. As you can see, the Shaina isn't strong enough to kill the crystals if she doesn't defense break on the first hit, but that's no problem. Dalsim will just clear it up. And even if she doesn't defense break on the first hit on all 3 of them, Luna will take a turn, but she still doesn't have her skill 3 up, so she will use her skill 2, and that's also fine. But on the brighter side, this is the best Dragon's team that you can do without using Lucifer. Or the Wrath. The Wrath will also work fine. Yeah, but then you're looking at like 23 seconds, pretty much average. You can also swap the turn order of Julie and Shaina, which makes it a lot less demanding on the rune requirements, because like this speed is hard to get. And this is the team that I'm running when I have all of the dungeons runes at the same time. As you can see, I don't have the rune depth to rune Julie faster than the Shaina. And so this turn order works as well. I'm gonna manual this so that you can actually see how it works if the Shaina doesn't use skill 3 on the second trash wave. Let's say she just whiffs, and here Luna will take a turn, doesn't have skill 3, so she will do whatever. So all of these teams, they go anywhere between 24 to 38 average. The slowest team, the one with Loren, goes 38, and this one goes 25 or 6, depending on whether Shaina uses skill 1 or skill 2 on the waves. And the fastest one, where you would switch the turn order of Julie and Shaina, it goes 24, pretty much flat. If you're using Kyle instead of Dalsim, the times will just be slower because Kyle has longer animations, and they really should release a skin that just makes the Kyle animations faster, but they don't seem to want to do it.